guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If it's the first time of you coming across my video, you are welcome. My name is Ujunwa. Now, on today's topic, we are looking at this problem on Iran. Iran has fight many years ago. This fight has lasted. Now they are bringing it to America. I don't know. They are bringing it to America. Iran sending message to America. They are giving them 24 hours for America to reply. I don't know. Let me put the video so that you guys will watch the video. Then we'll come back and see. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Kudos goes to the original creator of this video. Any clips used on this episode? Let's watch the video together.
I can't wait to see tomorrow. Iran giving US and Israel an ultimatum. Whoever thought this was going to happen? Like Iran is giving US and Tel Aviv an ultimatum. Okay, what happened? A particular university was struck in Iran. I don't have the name here. It was a US-Israeli strike on Iranian university. Okay, now that's a civilian, what do you call it, infrastructure. And as far as Iran is concerned, it is now a do me, I do you thing. You do me, I do you. So if you are hitting civilian infrastructure in Iran, we're going to hit your own universities that are in the UAE, that are also in Qatar. So Iran came out to say that you must apologize by noon tomorrow. Else, we are going to face your own universities in UAE and Qatar. Look for them anywhere in the Middle East and distract them. Ivava. Izuzu. Ivava. And that is not even enough. Iran went on to say that whether you apologize or not, we are going to strike two of them. Oh my goodness. Kai. No. Like, what kind of human beings are Iranians? What kind of human beings are Iranians? Can somebody explain to me what kind of fabrics was used to create Iranians? He said, whether you apologize or not, we will strike. They named them. They said, let me see them. They said, okay, Texas A&M in Qatar, and then NYU in the UAE. So I want to believe that the Qatar government and then the UAE, I believe, right, because they can't talk to Iran. They can't talk to them. I believe by now they'll be out there talking to the US. Please, what can be done to save the situation? Because Iran knows very well that USA will not apologize. Because you see, it's a narrative control thing. Do you understand? They know that the US cannot apologize. Do you understand? But if the US should apologize, it means, do you know what? The whole world is watching now. From Asia to Africa, everybody's watching the world power to see if they're going to come out to apologize for striking Iranian university. And Iran is saying that whether you apologize or not, two universities are going to be what? Hit tomorrow. But at least if you apologize, we'll just hit those two and then leave you alone. If you fail to apologize, we'll hit those two and then carry out more attacks. That they must offer an official US condemnation. Okay? Condemnation of whatever happened. That they must do it. It has to be officially done. These are people you came out to humiliate. So, see, the whole thing is this. US has been humiliated. Sentiment apart. Of course, there has not been sentiment. US has been humiliated by the same people they thought. They underrated the strength of Iran. They did. They underrated. This is no propaganda. Check the news, you'll see it. And I can assure you that Iran will do it tomorrow. Iran will do it tomorrow. Iran will not leave them. The deadline is not even like any condition anyway. Whether you apologize or not, we're going to hit it. It's just a cover. Iran has already decided. This is to escalate into soft power. You understand? People you came around to humiliate are the ones holding you by your this thing. They don't choke hard inside US. I don't want to use that word. They don't hold them in between their legs. They hold one side like this. And then Tel Aviv. Trump is dealing with protests back home. They said about 80 million Americans came out to protest yesterday. We said it. But how come they could not see it? And then I also learned that the university hosts a lot of foreigners, students from China, students from India, so many students from different countries. So I don't know if Iran is going to issue a statement first. I know they will, so that those students will leave their campuses first, because Iran would never want to hit civilians. They've never done that. We know those who hit civilians, primary school children. We know them. So let's wait and see what happens tomorrow, the deadline. What happens tomorrow. If Iran follows through immediately, then this war has crossed into genuinely new territory. Soft target, international student casualties, Gulf government forced to choose side publicly. They will have to choose. If they hold a strike as a delayed card, that tells you Iran still believes it has leverage to extract something before pulling the trigger. Either way, the next 48 hours matter more than the last 2 weeks. More than the last 2 weeks. What do you think? Is this still a calculated war? Or is Iran starting to lose control of its own escalation ladder? Should we begin to beg Iran to come down? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, please drop your take below. Because for now, this beaver knows. What do you know?
America and Iran will also fight. Also a physical altercation, not just words. Iran will emerge the victor from that in terms of clear points won. This is because America is not expecting to be touched by any nation in terms of a physical fight, but she will be. Iran will touch her. Iran will draw blood. They will land blows, and for this alone, they will be respected and highly congratulated by the Arab countries surrounding them, as well as secretly by many of America's enemies. So the prophecy that I received, I think it was also 2020. It is called the cockfight. And it is almost a word-by-word reiteration of what I have just read, that Iran and America are not going to just have this thing that they've had going for the last 40 to 50 years. One person will make a speech from Washington and the other person will make a speech from the capital of Iran. It's not going to be like that. The Lord said that there's going to be actual physical interaction involving soldiers, and American soldiers will be killed in view of the fact that Iran will draw blood, physical blood. But the Lord says that Iran's greatest victory will be the fact that she is able to touch America and make her feel it. And for the fact that she will have the courage to do this, and she will also have the ability to do this. In the cockfight, the Lord showed that there is great fury in the heart of Iran. Now, when I speak of these nations and I just say America, Russia, Iran, understand that this is a nation composed of a leader, a leadership, and people. And when you do something against a nation, it touches the old women, it touches the grandfathers, it touches the youth who are at that time in life where they want opportunities, they want to be able to grow, they want to be able to travel and things like that. And when you crush a country the way America has crushed Iran and crushed Cuba, you build up a flame of hatred, not only in the progressive leaders that come over the seasons. For instance, the guy who's leading Iran now is probably not the same guy who was leading it when they had that Olympics incident and something like that. So people do get old, they die, leadership change. But when you have a specific international policy against a nation that you do not lift, that you do not move, you cultivate fury in the heart of that nation as one man against you. This does not mean that every person in that country will say, we hate this nation. But on a whole, if you take a poll, because of the way you have affected national pride, because of the way you have affected and basically shaped the kind of life that those people have access to, through sanctions, through punishment, through trade embargoes, through telling people at the United Nations, this is the boogeyman. If you trade with the boogeyman, you yourself will be counted as a boogeyman lover and you will be punished. Family, I am telling you the truth because prophecy comes not to talk to your the red side that you love or the blue side that you love. Prophecy comes to tell the truth. And these are the last of last years and days. I'm not saying that tomorrow the entire Master's Voice blog is going to fulfill itself. I'm saying that we are in the time, and the Lord is always telling me this with an urgency, that we are in the time where there is nothing that has been done in the dark that will not come to light. There is nothing that has happened in secret that will not be revealed. So for me to sit here and be disingenuous and be like, oh, I don't know if what they did is right. The policy of this nation is a crushing policy. And the vision that I will speak of in this will reveal that even if I were not here, or even if I were to just disappear off the planet tomorrow, God forbid, the Lord knows the truth of the nations. And he is speaking to the nations according to who they are. No nation can say, but it is not me. I have not done these things. I wipe my mouth and there's no evidence. All the evidence has been written by the watchers before I was born. So I am here to speak out now. The things in the darkness and the things that as a collective, this nation sat and stamped and said, it's okay, go overseas and do these things. Now God is here with the receipt, and somebody has to pay that receipt. So let the listeners of this channel understand that I am not here for any single man, woman, boy, or pet. I am here because the truth of the Lord will be spoken so that the nation can have a full apprehension. That means the full picture of how God in heaven sees things and why we will and are going through the things that we are. Let God be true and every man a liar. And so, when you dictate and when you pursue policy that crushes nations, eventually, even Nebuchadnezzar found this out, heaven will pursue policy that crushes you. And so, Iran will touch America. They're going to have some kind of fight, some kind of altercation. And when Iran draws blood, the Arab world is going to be extremely happy. They may show it visibly, they may not show it visibly. And not only that, but there are many people around the world, President Putin and President Xi, and I'm not naming or picking on them. It's all documented in the prophecy. Sorry, when I point this way, I'm pointing to my computer, which is off camera.
So this happened. And when I say this happened, I mean something genuinely historic unfolded in the last 72 hours that fundamentally rewrites everything we thought we knew about North American power dynamics. Mark Carney just didn't respond to Donald Trump's tariff threats. He didn't negotiate. He didn't blink. He systematically dismantled 80 years of economic assumptions in one calculated move, and the fallout is only beginning to register in Washington. March 20th, Carney's office released what can only be described as the most professionally devastating government statement I've read in 20 years of covering politics. No drama, no theatrics, just a single paragraph announcing permanent economic sovereignty measures. That's the phrase they used. Permanent, not temporary retaliatory tariffs, not negotiating tactics. Permanent structural changes to how Canada does business with the world. And here's what nobody in Trump's orbit understood until it was too late. Carney wasn't bluffing. He had already built the infrastructure. The agreements were already signed. The money was already moving. Let me walk you through what actually happened here, because the scale of this is breathtaking. Trump threatened 25 to 35% tariffs on everything coming from Canada. Everything. Lumber, oil, natural gas, electricity, steel, aluminum, prescription medication, the full list. His team calculated this as maximum leverage. They assumed Canada would panic, that Carney would call begging to negotiate, that economic terror would force compliance within days. That's how it worked before. That's how it's always worked. Threaten the Canadian economy, watch them scramble, extract concessions, declare victory, standard playbook. Carney did something nobody expected. He said, fine. You want to end integration? We'll end integration permanently. And then he showed his cards. Canada had been quietly building an entirely separate economic architecture for months. While Trump was doing rallies and Truth Social posts, Canadian negotiators were in Brussels, in Tokyo, in Seoul, in Mexico City, in Canberra, systematically constructing alternative trade routes that don't touch American soil. The European Union deal is the centerpiece. Canada and the EU didn't just enhance their existing free trade agreement, they built a transatlantic rare earth mineral supply chain. Rare earth minerals, the stuff that goes into every phone, every computer, every electric vehicle, every piece of modern technology. China controls most of the global supply. The US has been desperate to find alternatives. Canada just handed that entire supply chain to Europe, not to the United States, to Europe. Canada is now positioned to become the EU's primary North American trading partner, not the US-Canada. Let that sink in for a second. The European Union, the largest economic bloc on the planet, just chose Canada over the United States as their preferred partner for critical resources. But it gets better. Or worse, if you're sitting in Washington watching this unfold in real time, Canada and Mexico just announced the Great Lakes Trade Corridor. This is not a minor agreement. This is a complete restructuring of North American logistics. Goods manufactured in Mexico can now be transported via Canadian rail to Canadian ports and shipped directly to Europe and Asia without ever crossing into US territory. Not 1 mile, not one border checkpoint. Zero American involvement. $40 billion in annual American logistics revenue just evaporated. 40 billion gone. Trucking companies, freight companies, port operators, customs brokers, the entire ecosystem that depends on North American goods flowing through you, infrastructure just lost nearly half their business overnight. And Mexico's president, Claudia Sheinbaum, didn't frame this as retaliation. She called it economic security. That phrase matters. She's saying out loud that relying on the United States is now a security risk, that routing trade through American territory is dangerous, that building around the US is national security policy. When was the last time Mexico publicly declared that the United States represents an economic threat? Never. This has never happened. Not during NAFTA renegotiations, not during any previous trade dispute, never. Japan and Canada just signed a comprehensive strategic partnership covering defense, energy, critical minerals, trade, and technology. Defense, Canada and Japan now have formal defense cooperation agreements that don't involve the United States. The security architecture that's existed since World War II assumed American centrality. That assumption just died. Canada is expanding commercial agreements with India and Australia simultaneously. 3 of the largest economies in the Asia-Pacific region are now directly partnered with Canada in ways that reduce American intermediation. The entire structure of Pacific trade assumed everything flowed through U.S. relationships. That's done. And here's the move that's going to make people in Washington absolutely lose their minds. Canada dropped its 100% tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. They're allowing a limited quota of Chinese EV imports. And they're actively recruiting Chinese automakers to build factories in Canada. Remember when Trump said these tariffs would bring jobs back to America? Remember when his team promised this would strengthen American manufacturing? Let me tell you what's actually happening right now on the ground. Lumber prices in the United States are up 40% in 3 weeks. 40%. Home construction costs are skyrocketing. The entire housing industry is screaming. Canada supplies 30% of American lumber. That supply is now being redirected to Asia and Europe, where buyers are paying premium prices and not threatening tariffs every 6 months. Prescription drug costs are surging. Canada is a massive supplier of pharmaceutical ingredients and finished medications to the US market. Those supplies are being redirected. Americans are already seeing price increases at pharmacies. This isn't theoretical, this is happening now. The auto industry is in complete chaos.
This is crazy. American, are you people ready for this fight? The President Donald Trump, are you ready for this fight? Iraq, are you people ready for this fight? I know that Iraq like trouble. They like fights. I know that they like fights. But anyway, I don't know what is going to happen today, being 1st of April. I don't know what is going to happen, but we are going to wait and see what is happening. We are going to wait and see what Iran is going to do to America. President Trump, we are looking at you. We are waiting for you to do what you're supposed to do. I don't know what we are supposed to do, but I'm waiting to see what is going to be the outcome of these things. But peace is the best. I believe that peace is the best. President Trump, you should go and make peace with Iran. You're supposed to be the head of everything to control all this noise, all these troubles around, but not the other way around. You making things worse. You making things worse. So you better go and settle all these things and let peace reign. So guys, I don't know what you think. I don't know what you are going to put on the comment section there so that we can learn from it. I don't know if this fight is going to end today, is going to end anytime soon. I don't know. Or if peace is the best. It's like this world is coming to an end. I don't understand. It's like this world is coming to an end, because this thing, every time we wake up in the morning, we open internet, all we hear is fight, fight, fight. Iran is fighting to America. Iran is fighting to Israel. I don't know. I think God said he's not going to use water to spoil the world again. That he's going to use fire, water and fire to spoil the world again. That this time he's going to use, anytime we see all this type of thing happening, fighting, that we should know that the world is coming to an end. My dear, my own is that I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I still want to live. So let us make peace so that we all can live together. So guys, if you have your own opinion, just put it down on the comment section. Let's so that we can learn. For grammars, this video is not for discrimination or to insult anyone. Is for educational purposes and creating awareness on the social media. If you made this video so far, please do well and like, subscribe, and put on your notification bell so that anytime I'm dropping my video, you'll be notified. I love you guys. See you guys. Bye.